So, are you thinking about a big career move? Or maybe you're smack in the middle of one right now? Well, this explainer is all about a really powerful mindset shift. We are going to completely reframe how you look at risk, at failure, and at finding the career you were actually meant for.
I'm willing to bet that at some point in your life, probably when you were about to take a big leap, someone who loves you, someone well-meaning, has said something just like this to you.
You know the one, right? Make sure you have something to fall back on. Now look, it comes from a place of care, I get it, but it's advice that's totally rooted in fear. It's all about planning for failure before you've even given success a real shot.
But what if we just flip that idea completely on its head? This quote from Denzel Washington, this is the entire foundation of what we're talking about today. The goal isn't to avoid falling. The goal is to change the direction of the fall itself.
So, what does it actually mean to fall forward? Well, it's a philosophy. It's about embracing the idea that every single stumble, every misstep, it's not a retreat. It's actually progress. It's data. It's a lesson that literally moves you closer to where you want to be. To really get this, let's look at a classic puzzle. You've probably seen it. You've got 9 dots in a neat little square. The challenge? Connect all of them. The catch? You can only use 4 straight lines, and you can't lift your pencil off the paper. Go ahead, try to picture it. It feels impossible if you stay inside the lines.
And bam! This illustrates the point perfectly. The only solution requires you to extend your lines beyond the imaginary boundary of the dots. To fall forward in your career, you have to be willing to think, to act, and yeah, even to fail, outside the conventional box you might have set for yourself.
So, let's talk about those moments of failure. Because, let's be real, they are going to happen. They're inevitable. But they are not the end of the story. In fact, they are often the most important chapters.
Check out this number, 2,600. That's how many times the Hall of Fame baseball player Reggie Jackson struck out in his career. That's the most in the entire history of the sport. An all-time record for failing.
But do we ever talk about the strikeouts? Of course not. We remember him as Mr. October for the game-winning home runs. The world celebrates you for the times you connect, not for all the times you miss. You have to remember that. You got to be willing to swing and miss if you want to hit your own career home run.
Okay, here's another one for you. 1,000. This is the number of failed experiments Thomas Edison had while he was trying to invent the light bulb. 1,000 times. It just didn't work.
But you see, he didn't see it as failure. He famously said he just found 1,000 ways not to make a light bulb. Every single no was just a step forward, narrowing the path until he got to that final yes. That right there is the very essence of falling forward. Just let that one sink in for a second. This is really the challenge at the heart of this whole idea. A life without any failure is a life lived in the shallows. It means you're not taking the risks you need to for big achievements. Avoiding failure means avoiding your own potential.
Now, this whole concept is especially true when you're trying to navigate a big career transition. Sometimes the most spectacular failures are the very things that end up pointing you in exactly the right direction.
Let's go back to Denzel Washington's own journey. It was anything but a straight line. I mean, he started in pre-med, but a class called cardiac morphogenesis? He couldn't even say it, let alone pass it, put a stop to that. So, okay, he tried pre-law, then journalism. His grades dropped to a 1.8 GPA, and the university basically said, hey, maybe you should take some time off. By any normal standard, he was failing, big time.
But here's the thing. That absolute low point, that was his turning point. It was during that time off working in his mom's beauty salon that he found his calling in acting. Failure wasn't the end of his path. It was the beginning of his real one. It stripped away everything he wasn't so he could finally discover who he was.
Okay, so we've established that failure is just part of the process. It's a stepping stone. But what's it all for? What's the engine that should be driving you to take these kinds of risks in the first place?
You know, it really all comes down to this one question. It's not about what you have. It's about what you do with it. Every one of us has gifts, your unique talent, your patience, your creativity, your kindness. The whole point of falling forward is to take risks in service of using those gifts, not just protecting them.
And to really truly put this into perspective, Denzel Washington offers up this really powerful thought experiment. Just imagine for a second, that final moment. Who is there with you?
He suggests that you'll be visited by ghosts, the ghosts of the ideas you never pursued, the talents you never used, the full potential you let go to waste. And they're there, disappointed, because you were the only person on Earth who could have brought them to life. Suddenly, the risk of failure pales in comparison to the certainty of that regret.
So as you face your next big decision, your next challenge, your next career pivot, don't worry so much about having something to fall back on. Aim higher, dream bigger. And if you fall, do it with momentum. Fall forward.